Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today I'll be showing you how I make this easy peasy yam pepper soup, also known as Nkodo. And these are the ingredients that we're going to be using. Very simple, freshly washed and chopped into smaller chunks. Goat meat, I have my washed yam as well, chopped into smaller chunks. I've got basil, I have salt, I have pepper soup spice from Eterigo. It's a nice spice blend and has everything I'll be needing in here, also mixed with scent leaf as well, so that's why I'm not using dry scent leaf. I have my onion, ginger and garlic mix. I have scallions and basil and pepper. So I'll just be putting my meat in the pot, my washed meat in the pot. I like to allow the meat to boil on its own for a few minutes before I rinse out the water, especially when I'm making pepper soup. I don't know why, but something that I just like to do. So this is what it looks like after leaving to boil on its own for about, say, 5 to 7 minutes. Then I'm just going to be adding water to rinse off that water that the meat has brought out on its own before I go ahead and add any other thing. So this is what the rinsed out meat looks like. I feel like for goat meat pepper soup you need to do this because it just gives it its own earthy taste and allows the flavor to mix in with the goat properly. So now I'm just going ahead to add a little bit of salt. I added some water, as you can see, and I'm going to add some of my spices, not all. At this point I'm just adding a little bit of my onion, garlic and ginger mix into the pot, and then I'll add in a little bit of chopped Scotch bonnet. I'm using a mix of Scotch bonnet and Habanero pepper as well, because without pepper then what's pepper soup, guys? So this is just going into the mix, and then I'll try and mix this properly for everything to go in. Then I'll go in and add 1 seasoning cube at this stage before I allow this to boil on its own. Now guys, there are different types of goat meat. There's some that you can boil for longer than 45 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes. It depends on which part of the goat meat you actually bought. So for this one, I bought the shoulder, and it means I have to boil it just a little bit longer because I want my goat meat to be soft and tender. So I'll just cover it and allow it to boil and cook properly. Guys, this is what it looks like halfway through boiling. It's about boiling for 20 something minutes now. I'm adding a little bit of crushed chilies in there, and just to give it some extra local taste. Then I'm now adding my pepper soup spice. I'm adding pepper soup at this stage because I want the pepper soup spice to boil as well with the goat meat, so which is why I'm adding it at this stage. And then I'll give it a proper mix together, and as you can see I'm just stirring it just to be sure that everything goes in properly. And when my pepper soup spice has gone in, I'll just cover it and allow it to boil for a further 20 to 30 minutes. As I said, it depends on the kind of goat's meat part that you have. This is what it looks like after it's been boiling for about, say, 40 minutes. I really want the goat meat to be soft, so I allow this to boil and boil. Now I'm adding my freshly washed and chopped yams into cubes. You can decide the size of yam you want. You can make it bigger, you can make it smaller chunks, but I feel like smaller chunks allows it to boil quicker, and it just gives you that same size with the goat meat as well. So I'm adding a little bit of pepper, and my leftover onions is going, and then I'll just give this a proper good mix to be sure that everything the juice goes into the yam as well, and allow this again to boil for about, say, 10 minutes. And I'll just cover this up and allow it to boil. Guys, you can add more water if you want. As you can see, I'm adding a little bit of water because I want my pepper soup to have some water for us to be able to sip through and drink. Now this is what it looks like 10 minutes later. Everything has been properly mixed together. Everything is boiling together. As you can see, the pepper soup spice has gone into the yam, which is the goal, so I'm just adding my leaf. I have fresh basil and scallions, so I'm mixing that together. And at this stage your pepper soup is ready. You can just put off the fire, cover it, and allow the leaves to simmer on its own. But I'll probably be leaving it to boil together for 1 more minute, and then Nkodo is ready. This is a very simple and easy recipe. You can use chicken, you can use turkey, you can use fish, you can use whatever you want and still add yam and still get the same result. Guys, it's looking so good, and it's going to taste so good as well. It's been raining, and this is what we had for the chilly weather. As you can see, it looks so nice and it tasted so nice. As always, I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. God bless.